Hey Civilized, how's it going? You shared a dream recently, and that made me want to share a dream with you, and why I think dreams are important as well. And I kind of think of dreams like how people think of the stars or tarot cards. You assign, like for instance tarot cards, you assign a card value. So when you lay down this castle that's cracking, that means danger. Or you lay down this group of performers dancing around a circus tent, and that means creativity. And then you lay them all out, and then you could tell yourself a story. Probably a lot of it going to resonate what's going on in your head already, and it's just another way to express it and organize your thoughts. That's what I think dreams are all about for me. So I had this dream. This white Lamborghini was ripping down the street, and I was walking on the sidewalk, and it came tearing up onto the sidewalk, and I think it's going to run into me. I don't know. So I jump up and grab a hold of this cement wall and try to pull myself up, but I can't get out of the way really, and this car is spinning around by my feet, and so I push off the wall, land on top of the car, and car takes off onto the road again. So I look down, I'm like, who is this that's driving this car? And it's a purple gorilla, and it smiles at me and continues just kind of whoa driving down the street. And I'm like, well, I gotta keep us from crashing, so I reach in and grab a hold of the steering wheel, but you got a gorilla steering the car, you could barely make any kind of effect upon it. Little to none. And so car just keeps racing down the street. We're all over the place. We're not crashing, but it's a terrifying ride. And then there's some changes start happening. The car starts shrinking. I start growing. Start getting bigger, and my hand starts to get caught in the car. It's starting to contract. My feet are starting to hit the ground and drag, and I think it's just going to be a moment till I can feel the pavement start cutting into my skin. And so I rip my hands free of the car and stand up. Let the car just, race on by. And it races away. And then there's a moment where I felt terrified. I looked around. I didn't recognize where I was at. I was lost. And then I didn't feel terrified anymore. I suddenly realized, well, I'll just keep walking, and I'll figure it out, and I'll be fine. It's the dream. Now, the value I assign to vehicles. Every time I dream about a vehicle, I think about my life. The car was out of control. It's because this purple gorilla, which actually I think the reason why it was purple and the reason why it smiled at me is because it actually wasn't a threat, but it was controlling my life. And that purple gorilla could represent every person or everything in my life that was controlling it, that made my decisions for me. And eventually, as I got bigger, those decisions weren't matching with what my desires were, and I got big enough that it was confining, and I stood up on my own 2 feet and realized I could control things from here on out. I was terrified and also confident at the same time. And that dream to me was real important. There's mosquitoes all over the place here right now. And it helped me understand that I was looking for change. I was looking for more control in my life, and I realized I needed to do it on my own 2 feet. So there you have it. That's my dream for you. And the reason why I've shared it is I look forward to hearing more about your feelings about, can you connect to somebody on the internet? Can you get to know somebody? Can you be friends with them? I think you can. I think that you have your doubts. So I'd like to hear more about these doubts. I'd like to hear more about your ideas on that. Can you have tube friends? And as much as I'd like to sit down and have a beer with you, as much as I'd like to sit down and have a beer with B2M, Jack Dickelson, Sir Walty, Falstaff, Steel Worldwide, all these cats, can't really do it. I mean, that's life, right? Sometimes life makes it so you can't do everything that you want to do. You have to do the best you can with what you got. And right now, the best we have is our ability to talk to each other on YouTube. And I know there's Ulu as well, but that wouldn't work for me. That cave doesn't have internet access. So there you go, civilized. I'm heading off to the bar, which does have internet access, and I'll upload this and I'll send it south to you, where it's good weather all the time. It looks like. All right, my friend. Hey, my love to you. I love the way you share yourself. I think that there's so much about you that I admire, and I want to have it be a part of me. Believe it. So, from Earl, Civilized, and the rest of you, peace out.